How can anyone not rate the Premier League? The opening game of the season has just finished and we have seen a 6-goal thriller. And do you know what? Do you know what's crazy? About 3 hours ago, I uploaded a video on this channel. Check it out. Why Liverpool should sign Semenyo as a future forward. If Federico Chiesa leaves, bring this guy in. Some of the comments calling me absolutely crazy. Semenyo is a player. I am telling you that right now. A powerful runner. But Liverpool showed grit, showed character, showed determination. Champions fight to the very end. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of positives. There's a few things that Liverpool need to work on. I think they're probably going to be, like Jamie Carragher said at the very end, one of the most entertaining teams to watch. And that's probably not something you would have thought you'd hear on this channel about Liverpool going into this season. But Mohammed Salah, again, you know, on the opening day of the season, scores another goal. I thought Hugo Ekitike was fantastic. Florian Wirtz, lovely touches. Massive shout out to that midfield duo of Dominik Szoboszlai and Mac Allister. Szoboszlai has got a brand new engine on him. He looks like he's as fit as anything. Man of the match could go to any player. It could go to Semenyo, go to Ekitike, could go to Salah for his goal at the end. But we're going to break it all down. Make sure you go down and drop a like on the video if you haven't already and you let me know your thoughts. We're closing in, guys, on 74,000. Just over 400 of you away. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Strap yourself in for a massive season. 90% of you who watch the content every single day throughout August are not subscribed. So please go down, hit that subscribe button. We've got Newcastle, Aston Villa tomorrow. We've got a Tottenham watch along. We've got Chelsea Palace at the weekend. We've got City tomorrow. And we've got Arsenal away to Manchester United. There's so much coming your way. How good is it, by the way, just to have football back? I mean, there's nothing worse than when you go into a bar or you go into a restaurant and you're chatting to someone, you're like, oh, what team do you support? And they go, oh, I don't like football, mate. Like, that to me, like, I'll see you later. That's a conversation ender for me. But Liverpool battered them on shots, possession, shots on target, passing accuracy, well-deserved winners. But I do want to give a massive shout out to some of those Bournemouth players. I thought Alex Scott played a really good game today. I thought Tavernier caused problems. Even Truffer, is it Truffier, their new replacement for Kirkes. And I want to start by talking about the Liverpool fullback pairing. This was Liverpool's lineup: Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkes. We're being critical. I thought Konate didn't have his best game today. Where I think Liverpool are going to be very, very interesting to watch is they were committing 7 or 8 bodies forward every attack. The only players that were staying back at times was Konate, Van Dijk, obviously Alisson, and one of Szoboszlai and Mac Allister. That front four, as well as that fullback pairing, it was like a wave after attack. And what's going to be very interesting is in the first half, Salah experienced something which was an overlapping run from Frimpong, which we didn't see at all really last season. And Liverpool last season, although they scored, you know, abundance of goals, they were also very, very, very strong defensively. You know, Liverpool last season only conceded 41 goals, which was the second best defense in the league behind Arsenal. But they scored 86. I would put a prediction in right now that Liverpool will score more than 90 goals this season. But they may concede 50 or 60. The most important thing today was about 3 points. There was a lot of pressure on Liverpool today. They gave a fantastic tribute to Diego Jota and his brother, singing You Never Walk Alone. The fans all holding up Portugal flags, all holding up scarves for his name. But this fullback pairing, I thought Liverpool was stronger in the second half when they went with Joe Gomez and Robertson defensively. And as soon as those two come on, that they looked slightly different in their shape. Also, it's important to remember Liverpool's most best defensive-minded player in Ryan Gravenberch wasn't playing today. But it was, you look at the bench, they have got a lot of quality on there. Endo come on, did well. Robertson come on, did well. The fact that Harvey Elliott didn't come on may tell me that he's closer to his move than actually meets the eye. And everyone was questioning Florian Wirtz's change in the second half of Federico Chiesa. Well, no one's questioning it now, are they? Because that is a masterclass from Slot to bring on Chiesa for him then to go and score, as well as Endo booted the ball up the pitch for a clearance, which then technically got an assist for Mohammed Salah. So both of these subs, come on. You also got Rio Njimoa, you got Trey Nioni. I think Liverpool need one more centre-back, and I think they need one more attacker. If they bring in Alexander Isak and Mark Gahey, they're going to piss this league. Bournemouth held a really good account of themselves. Semenyo, really, really good today. But I want to start by talking about, other than the fullback pairing, Ekitike, man. Hugo Ekitike. When I was watching this guy last year at Frankfurt in the Europa League, when I watched him against Tottenham, his link-up play is fantastic. He started his Liverpool career magnificent. A goal and an assist today against Bournemouth, and the goal in the Community Shield. The willingness to keep running. Jamie Carragher said it on commentary. It was almost Luis Suarez-esque, where if you get a deflection, you carry on. That the effort was maximum tonight from him. Lovely touches, playing it out to Gakpo nicely, playing it out to Salah all the time, getting the assist for Cody Gakpo. And then, of course, tonight, he got a goal. Florian Wirtz played a pass through, comes off the Bournemouth defender, bounces off Ekitike. He chases onto it, opens his body up. Petrovic, who I thought overall probably didn't have that bad of a game, although he did concede 4, he did make some decent saves. And then, of course, opens his body up and passes it into the back of the net past can't remember what his name is now, past Petrovic. Now, Cody Gakpo, we're talking about team talks. We talk about half-time words from a manager, and Arne Slot is one of the best in the business at getting a response at half-time from your players, and they started with an absolute, I mean, you can't really ask for more from a manager's perspective. You know, ball's on the edge of the box. Ekitike plays it into Cody Gakpo. He's dribbling on his left-hand side, comes in, cuts in, fakes a shot, another touch, right foot, back of the net. And it's a fantastic finish. But take nothing away from Bournemouth, because this is a Bournemouth side, by the way, that has got a new goalkeeper. Kepa's gone, who was really good last year. No more Kirkes, no more Zabarini, no more Dean Huijsen. You know, it's a new centre-back pairing of Diakate, I thought he was all right today as well. Gave a good account up against Ekitike. Truffier, who was, of course, Kirkes' replacement. And Sensei. Sensei probably should have been sent off in the first half. How that wasn't handball, I will never know. They get a really, really good goal, though. Breaks down the left-hand side. I think it's Brooks played in an unbelievable cross. And that man that I was talking about earlier today, who I think should be signing for Liverpool Football Club, puts it in the back of the net. And I thought Semenyo today was so good, man. I thought he's got so much about him to score a lot of goals. And then they get a second. Semenyo, the Liverpool midfield is open. He drives 40, 50, 60 yards with the ball, and then puts it in the back of the net. And you're thinking, right, now we're going to see what Liverpool's made of. 15 minutes to go. This is where it's a massive 3 points today. I'm not going to lie. Going against Newcastle at St. James's Park with the Alexander Isak derby, Sky Sports already gearing it up to be huge, huge pressure on your shoulders to go there, especially if Arsenal, Chelsea and City all win this weekend, because every single point, every single game, every goal matters, of course. Federico Chiesa, ball goes into the box, it spills to him, he catches it on the half volley. Jamie Carragher is criticising the change from Arne Slot. Well, I think that's a fantastic change, because that has just got them 3 points. And then at the very, very end, that man again, Mohammed Salah. Yeah, he just delivers, doesn't he? He just delivers. 8th game in a row, I think he scored on the opening day of the season. Endo does a punt all the way upfield. The determination to get onto it. He runs, cuts back on his right foot, his weaker foot. People only call him a one-footed player. Puts it in the back of the net. And guess what? Liverpool win the game 4-2. And it's a massive 3 points. In terms of the match stats, There was only ever going to be one winner at this. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bournemouth had more corners, but look at the shots. Look at the shots on target, possession, passing accuracy, less fouls, less yellow cards, deserved winners. And they haven't got an easy run, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. They need to bring in Gahey, I'll be honest. Their next 2 games are huge. Plus, they've got a Merseyside derby. Plus, they've got a trip to Stamford Bridge coming up. That game on the 25th of August is going to be absolutely massive, as well as the 31st of August against Arsenal. It's a massive Premier League season coming your way. Let me know your thoughts. Who wins the Premier League? Let me know your thoughts on Liverpool. Should they go out and sign Semenyo? And I'll see you next time. I'm out.